So hello guys, welcome back to the live, and as usually we are gonna do the NQ trading, and it is gonna be the New York session which is going to which has already been open, but we will gonna take trades in the next candle which will market gonna form. So before let's getting started, let's analyze the market. So what market is doing and how it's performing right now, because we should have a clear perspective about the market. So what I'm gonna do is clear everything which I have already marked and all, and let's start with the fresh. Let's start fresh and let's see what market is doing right now. So as we can see on a 1 week time frame, we will gonna do the top down analysis. So what we will do is we will analyze the market on the bigger time frame, then we will go to the lower time frame and lower time frame, lower time frame, and eventually we're gonna do the day trading and session trading. So on a 1 week, we are completely bullish. As you can see, market has already taken liquidity and going upside, and also looking to take some liquidities here, and then we are looking for the upside moves again. So what is this? Is it's a correction phase, or you can say the retracement phase. Market is right now, and it's kind of slightly consolidating on messy because of the news events are going. So market is slightly confused about what's it will gonna do. So it's kind of complicated time period. So I'm marking this zone because there are so many reasons why I'm marking this. There is a fair value gap over there, market imbalance, which market has created, and there is a just below is OB, there is order block, which was market created long before. So right now on the bigger time frame, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a certain indicator which is name is Lorenzo Classic VI, and when we turn on this thing, as you can see, market has just broke this one and looking towards the downside moves. The accuracy of this indicator is really great, so I'm using it. It gives me a bigger time frame perspective and smaller time frame entries. So I usually use these things. So what we are bearish right now, and on 1 week. And wait, let's go to the 1 day time frame. On 1 day, if we see as an indicator perspective, which is basically we are bearish, and as a structure perspective, as we can see. So here it is. So right now what I'm doing, I'm marking structure first. Let me hide this indicator so we can focus on marking structures. And there was interesting fact which happened. The OBs were here, the point of interest was here, but still market didn't respect it because of there was liquidities. So on a bigger time frame, so market grabbed the liquidities, and I just grabbed it. Market went bullish. So still, as we can see with the perspective of 1 day time frame structure, so did that was the inducement or a liquidity area, whatever you can want to call, you can call it. And after taking the inducement, market took the buy side liquidity, which is this one. And after taking buy side liquidity, the market just tapped on some zones over there and going for the bearish moves. And the next liquidity zone which was market had was this one. So that market just grabbed it and giving us a bullish scenarios for right now on 1 day. But overall we are bearish, so I will look for bearish moves majorly. Yep. So about the PUI after the inducement or after end liquidity areas, which you can see here, there's also liquidity areas here. After every kind of liquidity areas, what we look is for the PUIs or imbalances which market has left behind. So there is a PUI over there which is like this, but I'm I'm really gonna take this one as major PUI as a marking the full area. It's also known as the order flow. So one day, let me change some settings. Shouldn't be visible on the low time frame. Yep. So what we are looking for market to come here over here, and then we can look for buys from as a 1 day time frame. But let's not give that much importance to the higher time frame right now. We will gonna take trades on the low time frame, so we will gonna majorly look for 4 hour and 1 hour and 15-minute structure and all. That's the major thing for us. On 4 hour structure, as we can see here, market give the break of structure here, but there is a, so I would like to mark from here. Yep, there is interesting things here. I would love to mark these things from here. Taking investment, going upside, again taking some liquidity areas, and then there was a mesh occurrence here. Still, market broke above, and then it created a change of vector on a really big time frame. As you can see, there were so many liquidities, so market just went up and took the soul. Mm, this was an interesting area, but market, okay, so market went down from this unmitigated wick. It worked at the extreme PI. As you can see, yeah, it is unmitigated. So it works at a PI. Don't know why exactly, because majorly sometimes market go down from there, from these PIs. But still, market went down, and right now what market did is grab this liquidity, which was a sell side liquidity. This market grabbed it and grabbed buy side liquidity here, small liquidities over there. So what exactly 4 are doing is typically it's bearish, and there is a massive, you can see consolidation over there. As you can see, it started from there to here. It's a massive consolidation. Market was moving in this range for the over a period of, I think, started from February to March. It's a long period. Market was consolidating here and took liquidity, then went up again, then again came downside, took liquidity. It's a zone, took this one liquidity and this one liquidity, and showing some bullishness. Uh, but still, I'm looking for bearish moves from the market, and there is a major liquidity over there. As you can see here, it's major liquidity. So yeah, so I think it's not gonna be the enough to market to go down after taking this liquidity. So these liquidity which I'm looking forward to. If market takes this one and taps on these zones again, market didn't tap there, then we can look for sells here. So what we're looking for is market to go down from there. So until then, market what was doing? Hmm, hmm. There was also order block, which market hmm, shouldn't be problem with visibility. Yeah, I love my charts to be clear when I do trade in lower time frame, and also that's why I change visibilities. It's the inner break, okay? So it's not a major break. Major break was this one. That was a 4 hour change of filter, but it's the inner break, so I'm doing this. So as you can see, basically here, market created as low and high. Then what market did? Came downside, consolidated, and then took this high, then went down. Then again, market took this low uh, aggressively, and then market went to the upside, but didn't took the liquidities over there. It didn't took this one, and this one, and this one. And again, market took the low of this one as a liquidity. I'm figuring it out. So market consistently making lows, but once it failed to take the liquidity of high. So what I'm expecting is to market to go slightly above, and from the zone, I'm looking forward for the sell. That's the first scenario. And the second scenario is market to come here and then go for the sell. So let's wait on the low time frame what we can see in the low time frame. Then we're gonna take the decision of what we are looking, and we will gonna mark the structure on 1 hour also. Yep. So from here, I'm gonna mark it. Market took this liquidity, and after taking the market went downside. And if I use this indicator over there, it gives a really good accuracy. As you can see, it gives really good accuracy to take trades. How perfect it looks. So we're gonna use it. I usually use this in bigger and low time frame. Yeah. So liquidity, first liquidity zone was this one. This area was also liquidity, and this was the PY zone, I think. Yeah. Yep. So hold on a second. Let me do something. Yeah. Thank you for the wait, and we are back again. So as a structure basis, we are bearish in 1 hour also. So right now it might be feeling kind of boring and all, but because we are doing top-down analysis, I'll make you understand what I'm doing. So let me first do it, and then I will tell you. Hmm. Okay, so interesting part started from here. So as you can see here, market didn't tap on this PY, and market was trying to come again and again and again over there, but it didn't tap on this one. So these things make it a high probability one because there is a lot of liquidity sitting over there. Market just came, took some weird liquidities over there and went downside. Then again came, took the liquidities over there and again came to the downside because I explained it to you. It's in a 4 hour. Market is ranging in a box like this one. Yeah. So market is ranging in this zone like this one, and there's a lot of liquidity over there. So 1 hour PY. One. Hmm. So market can grow down from this one because there is a pretty good chances of market going to the downside because on one day market took the high of Friday candle and Thursday candle, which was both of the was as a majorly as a liquidity areas. And after taking this high on 1 hour, if we see things here clearly, it's also a break of structure on 1 hour. Market took this liquidity area, and there is a zone of PY over there. That was, yeah, this is the PY zone on 1 hour. This is the 1 hour PY. Markets tapped on this one and looking to go to the downside, but what we are waiting for, if market really want to go down from this zone or this zone, then we want to see some kind of SMT divergence or liquidity sweep on low time frame. There is any indication that can prove that market is looking towards the downside, then we're going to take these trades here. Until then, what we will do is identify better areas to take a long, because market just broke to the upside very aggressively. So we can see some correction and then towards the upside. And we're gonna take the downside move once market grab these liquidity zones and then create SMT and all with the S&P 500 with the Nasdaq 100. Then we're gonna look for the sell trades. Until then, we are looking for the buy trades for now because the structure it broke is really interesting towards the upside. On 15 minutes, if we mark the structure, let's do it from here. Let's start from here. Yeah. Okay. So there wasn't a proper zone for liquidity zone. So as you can see over there, there's an interesting thing. Market didn't had a proper liquidity zone, but there was a inner, which is inter liquidity zone there. So market just grabbed this one, then again grabbed this one somehow, and then went to the downside. Then what market did is again took the liquidity over there and then to the downside, but it didn't tap on this POI zone. So what market did, and then when it went downside, market came back to the upside and took this liquidities and all, and then tapped on this POI and went to the downside. So this is what I'm figuring out here on the bigger time frame. It's looking same scenario. Let's see how it happens. So there was some imbalances over there. So market came to the fill these ones, then again created a structure. Yep, with this one. So basically, marking structure on lower time frame is kind of difficult because market changes structure sometimes created like big moves like this one, as you can see. So what we can call we call sometimes this as a 15-minute change of character, but it's not change of character on a higher time frame. Like let's suppose on 1 hour time frame. Yeah, we are here. So it's not a change of character and all. It's just market structure of 1 hour, and there is a imbalance zone. So market is what market is doing. Market is filling this zone and then going to the downside. So we must be cautious while we are marking structures on 15-minute or 5-minute time frame on lower time frame with the aim of higher time frame perspective. So I will tell you how market structure really helps while we are trading. Now once I finish this one, then I will explain you. If I enable this one, yep, as you can see how clearly smoothly it gives the data. Again, after this such kind of moves, same procedure, marking liquidity, finding POI once it taps, then trade. Marking liquidity, which is investment, then identify POI, which is this one. So market didn't tap there. What happened? Yep. So as you can see, there is a series of trades that we could took, and I will tell you how it helps us. Hmm. Again, a big move to the upside, just like this one. Big move to the upside, and smaller correction move. Big to the upside, and smaller correction move. Is there some kind of? Let me see. So we will gonna mark this one as a PI because there was no imbalance over there. So there is an imbalance over there. So we're gonna mark this one. So basically, this is a which is what we call decisional PI or the first after liquidity. And right now, what market is doing? Hmm. So we will majorly mark everything which should be marked. What I'm looking at is let's head to the bigger time frame on 1 hour. So hmm. So this is a liquidity zone over there for the sell. Once market take this one, and then we can look for sells to the downside on 50-minute stream. And if I enable what I indicator, let me yeah. So this is the London zone kill zone. Market created a high and market created a low. So once the market takes this high, and then we can look for the sell to the downside. If it sweeps or creates any kind of SMP divergence, the reason behind why I'm looking for the selling opportunities is because market took the high of Friday high and Thursday high. So that's why I'm looking for towards the downside moves. And there is one more strategy that you can see. basically use sometimes. There is a big candle inside it, which is one, two, three, which is creating this one, three candles. So once the high or low taken, we can look for opposite trades. Wait a second, okay.